a cup of strong coffee right here, as full as a cup, giving what the options are on my coffee machine. So smells good. It is almost 3 a.m. and I'd like to dedicate this coffee. I'd like to drink up and wish David the best time in heaven right now. Here's to you, David. Ah, I made it. I made it through. Uh, the coffee didn't taste good at first, to be quite honest, because I still have these bitter feelings, and I've cried enough times. Well, there will never be enough times when you truly love someone and they're gone. There will never be enough times. But I just wanted to not cry because I know the tears that I'm shedding and the tears that I'll be shedding for the oncoming days, possibly for the rest of the year. The tears that are flowing for David Lynch are going to be sad tears for a long time. I I'm sure of that because in my eyes it's a premature death. He could have made it to at least 90 and done so much more because he always had so much to give. And I know he always wanted to do more. So I know that people. I cried for Donald Sutherland, and people told me, well, he had a beautiful age, and I don't know. I'm really stubborn for people that I love, for people that I value, and for people that I think have a special mission on this earth. I believe they should live to at least 100. Really, I know. Medically and realistically speaking, it's it's a far-reaching dream, but I believe it. I will continue to believe it. Clint Eastwood is doing good. I hope he lives to 100. I hope Werner Herzog lives to 100. I hope Michael Haneke lives to 100. I hope the son of Philip Seymour Hoffman, I want him to live to 100 because he's exhibiting that same talent and love that I saw in Phil. I hope for David's family to live to 100 because I'm sure they are special people. If he kept them around, they must have been special. I want my grandmother to live to 100. I want everyone I love and everyone I value and everyone who has a special place on this earth, everyone who has a special mission should live to 100. And I'll continue believing that. So David Lynch's passing for me is a premature death, and it just hit me. It it hit me like I felt I felt like I lost a father and a grandfather and a mentor and a teacher and a friend all at once, even though I've never met him. I feel like I just lost all of that all at once. So, as selfish as it may sound, the sort of it's hard to take in deaths that just. I mean, I don't know. I had such a beautiful day yesterday and today, even though it was filled with sadness. I had beautiful days yesterday and today, special days that were special. I feel like everything came together to grant me those special days. And I still had the same anxieties and stresses as usual, but somehow everything all of the bad stuff was either lessened or easier to ignore or non-existent, whereas all the good stuff was multiplied. I mean, yesterday was such an active day, just doing my work, running errands. The time I spent with my grandmother was particularly special and so comforting. And I had to drive to this mall to do some specific shopping in some places, and I was rushing as usual to get things done as soon as possible and sort out some other things. And uh, I had such good people on my path just all the way through, and the weather was particularly good. All the days prior was bad. It was as if David Lynch sort of looked down and really cleared the skies and made blue skies and sunshine all the way. I'm going to take a look at the comments now because I've just been avoiding looking. Uh, Only channel subscribers of 25 years or longer can send messages. I think that's fair. YouTube has only been around for um, how long? Not as long as 25 years, I'm sure, but you know, it's going to be 5 years. It's 20 years actually, so it's not that ridiculous. If I did the same thing in 5 years, it would make sense. Only people that have been here since the beginning. Anyway, feel free to, because it's really tricky when usually I just sort of keep to myself. I meditate, I close my eyes, I cry my eyes out, and I keep to myself. And I'm really actually, I'm happy that I drank my tribute coffee to David Lynch all the way without crying. That was a great success. Um, because I know he would want me to be happy. I know he would want me to carry on and focus on the donut instead of the whole, which, by the way, his family uh, put it beautifully because he did leave a huge hole in many people's hearts, I'm sure, including mine. Uh, and the whole world is missing him right now. So he would want us to focus on the donut, and I did. I really wanted to watch a David Lynch film tonight, and it's already 3 a.m. It's 3:11 right now. But I have a strong urge to watch The Straight Story. I suggested it to my grandmother because we had time to watch something together. And by the way, she was so supportive today. She was, my grandmother has gone through some serious trauma, and I know when it comes to this topic, she has major struggles in regards to this topic, but she's been so supportive and lovely and loving and just the best person she could possibly be for me. Uh, and we basically have been grieving David Lynch for most of the day today, and it was beautiful. We know we did everything else that we were supposed to do and usual stuff, but whenever we had a quiet moment to be together and spend some time and eat a meal and share a coffee, she handled it so beautifully, which I wasn't expecting because sorry, I'm going to minimize the window for a moment because I don't want to see myself here. Uh, when I came into my room yesterday, it was quite late. A long day. I turn on my laptop. I go on the platform to put on some music, to put on a positive aura, and I see I see a tiny icon. David Lynch passed away at 78, and I just instantly, my heart just sank, like it just felt like it evaporated from my body, like whoa, like I just felt this whole heavy thing go through me, and sort of like something left my body, basically, like David Lynch left the world, and a part of me left as well when I saw that, and a tiny part of my mind is whispering to me, oh, maybe it's not real, maybe it's one of those fake news, but I instantly saw the original of the channel that uploaded the video. I know it was a reputable source, so I knew it was real instantly. I just a part of my brain was maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Same thing with Jeff Bezos. When I saw the news, I was just like, no, 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 come on, please. So I saw the news, and I had this urge to just exit my room instantly and tell my grandmother, but she just started watching uh, some TV show. Not just some TV show, it's actually a lovely TV show that I've never seen, but I've heard some of the music. I know some of the emotions she's been feeling through it, so I'm sure it's a special one. Uh, so she was watching something worthwhile, and I stopped myself. I said, no, I don't want to take that away from her. And I didn't want to turn off my light either, because usually when I meditate, I turn off my light, but sometimes I leave it on and I meditate. I don't care that it's blasting in my eyes. I just meditate anyway, because I don't want her to worry that I'm feeling sad, or I'm trying to sleep, or I'm trying to meditate. I just wanted her to have complete freedom, relief, and full enjoyment of the show she waited for the entire day, basically. So I moved my hand away from the door handle. I turned to my bed. I lay down and just broke down crying instantly. And this it's strange. It's like there was this weight in my body, but also this kind of feeling of weakness, like something left, and it's like something's happening inside me, but it's also like something left me. Very strange, contradicting feeling, physical feeling. Uh, Also, almost instantly, very selfish thoughts along the lines of, he didn't watch the short film I dedicated to him. He didn't watch it. He didn't watch it. He didn't watch it. He would have had such a good time. He would have smiled at the billboard saying experiment. He would have smiled. He didn't get to experience it in this lifetime. And then instantly my mind's just like, but maybe there is a reality in heaven that allows him to experience the things he didn't have time to experience on this earth. Selfish thoughts, I know. Like, I didn't think about, oh, maybe he didn't get to experience the new Nosferatu, which maybe would have been up his alley. Maybe he, like, I didn't think about other major films that he might have missed. Uh, I thought about my tiny animated short film that I dedicated fully to him, and I thought about, like, because I actually, a few months prior, like not too long ago, like 2 or 3 months ago, I sent a message to Sabrina. And I don't know where that came from. I just kind of, I don't know why I'm I'm dumb. I am a dumb person. As soon as I finished that short film, I should have written a personal letter, an actual letter, a form of communication that should be valued in this world of technology saturating everything and making people less connected, ironically. Uh, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I do that? I had a lot of time and I didn't do that. And that's one of my biggest regrets because even if he didn't get to read the letter, even if he didn't watch the short film, I would have at least known that I've tried. I don't know why I didn't try. I always, as soon as I finished that short film, I was just like, I hope he gets to watch it maybe on his next birthday. And that's why. That's why I didn't, because I was such, and I always am, and I always will be such a ridiculous optimist of, oh, I'll make it soon enough. And when I make it, I'll be able to contact him and, not burden him with, because I have a lot of love for him. I would just say the most important things I want to say to him. Thank you for saving my life with Twin Peaks. Thank you for the lessons you've taught me in silence, basically. And also, I made this 15-minute short film that I dedicated to you. And I really, like, seriously, because I know what it's like in this industry. Everyone who dedicates a short film to someone, or I imagine that would be the case, that, they expect. Like, really, when I made that short film, I had no expectation of getting a helping hand or anything like that. I just really, like, I just wanted him to watch it and get some happiness from it. Like, seriously, that was always my intention. And perhaps stupidly so, maybe that's why I didn't follow through. Maybe that's why I was waiting to make it in the industry so that I could prove that it wasn't one of those, oh yeah, check out my short film and then maybe you'll help me out, or like, seriously, like, I was so afraid of even just a slight suggestion of that coming across that I basically avoided trying to get him to see it due to a fear of that perception floating around somewhere. My plan, and so I was just a massive optimist, like, oh, David's gonna live for a long time. I'll make it. I'll meet him. I've already made it, so there's no thing of help me out and because I've already made it and I can just show it to him, and if he smiles at least once during that short film, that's mission accomplished. That was the whole point of the film. Because seriously, I even when I heard about his condition with the why he when he gave up the smoking, I just not even a hint of worry came from my head. Like, I was just, yeah, he'll live till at least 95, let's say, at least. Like, seriously, that's what my mind was thinking. Uh, anyway, I apologize, maybe rambling and sort of, this is like, it's a bit selfish, I know. I am a bit of a selfish person when it comes to emotions. Like, I don't like, when it comes to physical things and my time and for the people I love or people I value, I really just, I give it all away. But with my emotions, I'm quite selfish, and my emotions are a massive priority to me. So I'm trying to pay tribute to David Lynch, but I've spent God knows how long talking about my personal frustration of not giving him the gift I wanted to give him in this lifetime on this earth. So that's that for now. But hopefully, not just hopefully, I believe there's a heaven, and I believe, I mean, I've had so many incredible signs today and yesterday. I started remembering Doggy recently and sort of doing the hand gesture and like he and she got doing around that because my grandmother loved that as well. So I just started doing that around the house recently. And yesterday, my grandmother put on a T-shirt that said "Wild at Heart." Just she has so many T-shirts, but she chose that one for some reason. She didn't even know. She didn't kind of. She loves that film too, but she didn't realize, because it's not a like the film merchandise. It's just the writing. The blue skies, the sunshine. When we watched Columbo and we had a break, and I was like, "Oh, come on, let's not put off. Like, it's been a week. Let's watch another one. Let's not put it off like we did with Twin Peaks at that one point when there were some health issues and we were waiting to continue." So just I just there were so many signs along the way. Anyway, I grieved for some time, and then when I came out of my room, I just because I stopped crying, I wiped my tears up just before I opened my door, and as soon as I looked at my grandmother, I just started just tears again, uh, and she got really scared. She asked me what happened, and I just ran over to her, crouched down on my knees, and told her, and she handled it beautifully, and she continued to handle it beautifully for the following day, the entirety of today. She gave me cuddles which I haven't experienced in a long while, and gave me the warmth that I think I value more than anything in the world. Just this personal warmth, feeling of comfort and love, and just support and real love. Um, and we talked about David a lot, and what he taught us. So many scenes from Twin Peaks we talked about. Of course, Doggy was the most prominent subject matter. What a miracle of a human being, and what a miracle of work. Just everything. Just everything. Everything. But Twin Peaks in particular, I mean, back in 2016, Twin Peaks and my grandmother saved my life. I would not be here if my grandmother didn't save me. And if I wasn't watching Twin Peaks, I probably wouldn't have had any willpower or any energy to get up and continue living. I mean, I almost, whoa, could have had a heart attack easily, given what was happening at the time. So, the wonderful world of Twin Peaks, the world that David Lynch invited the whole world to experience and made so special. Just the heart he put into it, I've been talking to people recently. Just sort of Twin Peaks has been popping into my mind again, and I mean, I could watch Twin Peaks every year. I say that all the time. The only reason I put off from returning to it is because I want to be in a more stable part. I want my life to be more stable so that I can enjoy it and not have it tainted by anything, because that's how much I value Twin Peaks. I love it too much. I love it too much. I love David and what he created. I love too much. But we should celebrate that instead of being scared. We should celebrate. Keep our eye on the donut. Keep our eye on the donut. Sorry, I'm just taking a quiet moment because I avoided some notifications. So I'm just checking them now. I need to. I'll respond to a comment that I received on my trailer. Which, by the way, I put that trailer together a while ago and just was waiting for the right time to release it, I guess. So. So, okay, I responded. By the way, don't be. I see there are 3 or 2 people, hopefully 3 people. Feel free to engage in the chat and let's remember David together, collectively, so he can feel the love even more strongly up there in heaven, and I'll continue believing in heaven, even more so now than ever, I think. I mean, right, or maybe people want to engage but cannot because maybe they're not subscribed, and 25 years is quite a long time. Can I keep this live stream going for 25 years so that people can actually engage and join in the chat? Oh boy. Maybe that was a silly decision. To be honest, the only reason I put uh, a limitation of that sort on this video was because uh, I was scared of negative people entering and saying something negative. And in my mind, I just thought, subscribers maybe are just, it's safe to just limit it to subscribers because I'm sure most of my subscribers are nice people. Uh, but yeah, I appreciate the love. I'm seeing some love. I'm seeing some hearts and some crying reactions, which I really appreciate. But yeah, I'm sorry if that's the case. If anyone who's watching this would like to engage and they're limited because of the subscription limitation, comment somewhere elsewhere, anywhere, and let me know. I'll check my notifications again in a minute. And if that's the case, I can restart the stream. Even for that one person, I would restart the stream because maybe there's someone out there who just stumbled upon this live stream who also valued David Lynch. I mean, what am I saying? Obviously, everyone who knew him valued him, obviously. But what I'm trying to say is maybe they had such a strong connection, similarly to me, uh, that they want to just talk a little bit. Maybe you don't. Maybe someone is not as privileged as I am in having someone to confide in and understand the love. I am privileged enough to have had that today. As I spoke about before, my grandmother has been the most amazing person, and no wonder. I mean, the love she gave me today is the sort of love that saved my life back in 2016, along with Twin Peaks. So I'm lucky enough to have that, and if the people that maybe aren't or not able to comment, or maybe I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to have a clear conscience because I understand maybe someone else is grieving and crying their eyes out, and they don't have someone to understand them. But thank you, friends, for stopping by and just being here. Maybe this is appropriate. Just being in silence and remembering someone special. Thank you. Another thumbs up. I think uh, I think I understand. So maybe whether people are limited or maybe they're choosing not to write anything, I understand. For some reason, I'm Bobby Vinton's Blue Velvet keeps going through my head. I listen to it while drinking the coffee. I uh, I played it at full volume during the day when my grandmother was making dinner. Uh, I I believe because that was my first experience, the first David Lynch film I ever watched was Blue Velvet. I think maybe that's why. The first piece of music I played after hearing the sad news was obviously the Twin Peaks theme, which I love with all my heart. Um, so those two, Blue Velvet and the Twin Peaks introduction theme. But strangely enough, Blue Velvet keeps circling around in my head, and I think there's a reason for that. I watched that short clip. I watched that short clip of Atricia Arquette speaking about David, and I can't shake off this really disturbing feeling of because I feel like she didn't quite finish her story. She mentioned that she had this urge to see him, that she really wanted to see him, and I don't know. I felt the notion that she didn't see him just before his passing. She wanted to see him and wasn't able to. Maybe he was busy. Maybe something was happening. Um, that's the strange thing is, I'm never cold. I'm just, I I'm never cold. I always wear t-shirts and really loose pants, short pants, because I'm never cold. And I'm particularly cold today. Like this, and I know the weather's cold, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like this is the first day since God knows how long where I actually feel cold, which is why I put this on. I mean, I know I wear this in some of my short films, but I besides that, I only wore it outside. I never really wore it inside unless it's like a special occasion. I want to look a bit nicer than usual. I put on a suit during Christmas and New Year's Eve. Um, that was nice. Maybe I should put on a suit actually for David. Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. I'm gonna look nice. Excuse me. He deserves for me to present myself nicely. So bear with me. Um, I think I have this here. Um, yeah, give me a moment. And I apologize for my room continuing to be a mess. I'm always busy. So priorities, rather than having a nice, clean, and comfy place to sleep in, I kind of just leave things everywhere now. It's very ironic for a person of OCD, but maybe it was meant to be that way. I don't actually remember if my whatever. I want to look nice for David. For David. If I look nice for Jesus and 2024 ending, then why not look nice for David rock and rolling up there in heaven right now? I hope. I mean, I don't know. Maybe for now he's just taking it easy. I mean, he just entered, given some time. He's into the new reality that he's in. Uh, but later on, I think it's going to be time to rock and roll a little bit. Now, I was going to put on the bow tie, but I think actually a tie is more suitable for David. A tie. She wore blue velvet. Actually, blue velvet would really fit this moment. So let's have some blue velvet. Dreams. In dreams I walk with you. Do, do. In dreams I talk to you. In dreams you're mine all the time. Oh, in dreams, in dreams, in dreams, in dreams. I swear, every time I feel so cold again. Really, I think when David left, he took some. I had this I had this warmth in me, and David Lynch leaving the world meant that this particular specific place of warmth inside me also left the world because I feel so cold right now. I never feel cold, never. I mean, I go outside shoveling snow, and I can happily do that whether I'm wearing a t-shirt or a coat. It's all the same to me. I've never, I have, I can't believe, I can't remember the last time I felt this cold. Uh, Truly. So I think the right thing would be to probably try and sleep, but I won't be able to sleep for a while still. And it's almost 4 a.m., but I think I'm going to treat myself and watch The Straight Story because I feel like that's going to help me deal with these emotions. At first, my first instinct was to rewatch Blue Velvet, but I think I'm going to rewatch The Straight Story instead. I feel like The Straight Story will provide the right emotions at this time. Actually, I think I'll meditate first. I'll meditate. But I'm so cold that I'm going to meditate in bed because I really am cold. So, And you'll be able to see my David Lynch collection right there. I opened the door so that we can have some more fresh air to meditate. And usually when I meditate, whenever I had the pleasure and privilege of doing so for at least 10 minutes, I always do it on top of the covers. I never go under covers or anything like that, because that would almost guarantee that I would fall asleep. But hopefully I won't fall asleep this time. I'll just try meditating under covers. A special meditation session for David Lynch. uh, so I'll meditate for a while. Feel free to meditate with me. And when I'm done, I'll make some warm water for my grandmother. I'll brush my teeth, and if I'm not sleepy, then I'll watch The Straight Story. I'll return to The Straight Story once again, and I'll be returning many times, I'm sure, but I feel like returning tonight is necessary. Rest in peace, David Lynch. And please, have fun up there in heaven. Feel the love. And enjoy yourself.